Hi everyone, so for today's tutorial we are going to be using Sego to make ace autogele. Okay, so let me just get into it. I'm going to take the measurement of the width of the Sego. So you see what I have is 18 inches. That is like 3 pieces of ashoke. Okay, so that is like 3 pieces of ashoke. That's if you are using ashoke. And the length of the Sego is on fold. Okay, this is on fold. So the length is this is 45, so the length is 90 inches while the width is 18 inches. So in case you want to use this measurement for your ashoke, if the ashoke is of 3 pieces and length 90 inches, you are going to achieve the same thing with this Sego. But just in case you are using Sego and you are wondering how you are going to cut it, here is how you are going to go about it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be measuring out now is the base. Okay, the base. So I'm going to take my measuring tape and measure out 20 and a half. This is 20 and a half, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so by cutting this 20 and a half, that means I've cut 20 and a half in 3 places. And you know the standard one for ashoke is you cut the 20 and a half, you can cut 21 inches, and you can also cut 20 inches. You cut it 4 times for normal straight pleats, okay, for your base. So this is assuming now that, sorry about that, this is equals to 3 pieces. So I just need one more to complete that of the base, but I'm going to set this one aside. And the next one I'm going to be cutting now is this. Just same measurements you use for your ashoke also works for Sego, but you need to do your calculation very well before you start cutting. Okay, the measurement I want to work with is, the first step is going to be 25. The second step is going to be plus 4, 29. The third one also is going to be plus 4, 20. That's 33. Then it depends on the number of steps you want to have. But the most important thing you need to notice, the second to the last is going to be plus 6, while the last one is going to be plus 12. So you are going to calculate this Sego very well before you cut. And it's not as if you are going to be cutting it in piece. You are going to cut it together. Okay, so it requires a lot of calculation before cutting, because once you cut it and you don't get the measurements right, that is it. So what I'm going to be doing now is this. I'm going to spread it out and do my calculation. Say I want to start with the first step, 25 plus 4, 29 plus 4. Okay, let's assume I'll have like 5 steps. I'm assuming this can cut 5 steps for me now. So I want to have the first step, 25 plus 4, 29 plus 4, that is 33. So I'm going to measure out the 33 from here. This is where my 33 is. Okay, let me take my pin. I'm going to use my pin. You can use your pin or chalk to note this place. So I've used my pin. Can you see my pin here? I've used my pin to note the 33 inches. So the next one you need to cut is, you know, we still need let's say I want to make it 5 steps. So the fourth one is going to be 33 plus 6, that is 39. Then plus 49, 50, 51 plus 12 is going to be 51. So let me check if you can still get 51 from this. So you take your measuring tape and start from where your 33 inches ends. So what we have left is 35 inches, and that is not enough. Even if it's up to the 51 inches that we want. We still need one more for our base. We still need that of the plaster, and we still need the handle. So we are going to change our measurements. So now let's assume I want to make it 4 steps. So this is how you do your calculation before cutting, because this is Sego and it is joined together. Same thing applies for your Ankara fabric or any other fabric that is just straight like this, or your loom ashoke. The type of ashoke that is called loom are those that are being weaved together. They will weave like 3 or 4 pieces together like this, and it's going to be straight, long, straight like this. So the same thing applies to it. So I'm going to change my calculation now. So let's say I want to have 4 steps. Okay, so the first one will be 25, the second one is going to be 29, the third one is going to be 29 plus 6, that is 35, and the fourth one is going to be plus 12, that is 39 plus 12 is going to be what? Am I there? 29 rather. 25 plus 9. I've made a mistake. Okay, so let's start again. 25 plus 4, that is 29. 29 plus 6, that is 35. 35 plus 12, that is 47. So let me see if I can get 47 straight up from here. So once again, I'm going to take my measuring tape. Let me measure it from here. 47. So this is where my 47 inches is. Okay, so I think I'm good to go with this 47 inches because I still have enough here for my base, handle, and every other thing I want to cut. I think this should be enough for it, but you still need to take your measuring tape from here. Use your pin to note the 47 inches. Then from here, you know, the 47 inches that we are cutting now is just 3 pieces. So this 47 inches, we are assuming we cut the second, the third, and the fourth. We still need the first one. So that is where I'm going to take your measuring tape now and see if you can get 25 from this. No, we cannot get 25 from this. So we still need to adjust our measurements. Okay, I don't want to cut this behind camera, so that is why I'm taking my time to show you how you go about it. So we are going to change our measurements now. So I'm going to start with 24. Okay, you can also use 24. 24 is still close to 25 rather. So 24 plus 4, 28. Okay, plus 6 now, or let's reduce it to say plus 5. 28 plus 5, that is 33, and let's say plus 10. Okay, instead of 12, plus 10. 33 plus 10 is going to give us 43. So that should work now. 43. So I'm going to measure my 43 now. Yes, this is where my 43 is. I use my pin to know that side, and 43. So I need to measure if I can get 24. Yes, I can get 24. So I'll just go ahead and cut this 43. Fold like this. So that is why I said you can always use your discretion to go about it. Okay, we already have the standard measurement, but at the same time you can use your discretion. So I have my 43 inches here. So instead of the plus 12 for the last step, I decided to use plus 10. So you can still manage that. And second to the last that's supposed to be plus 6, we use plus 7, plus 5 rather. So you can always manage that as well. So here I'm just going to cut my 23 inches. That is the first step. 23 inches. This is my 23 inches. by the width of one piece of ashoke is usually 6.5 7. So since we are trying to manage our fabric, I'm going to go with 6 inches. So I'm just going to take it all the way down like that. Okay, remember this is out of it. So this is now this is what we have. So this is going to be at the beginning of our frame. I'm going to join it. So, and how are you going to join it? You fold it into two like this to locate the middle. Also fold this one, the 43 inches that you fold it into two also to locate the middle. Then you make sure the middle meets each other like this. Then you spread it out. Just same way we join for our ace when we are using ashoke. Spread it out and join. So automatically we have 23. We have plus 24 rather. We have plus 4 28 plus 5 30 33, then plus 10 43. So I think we are good to go with our measurement. So this remaining one we have here, I'm going to be cutting 20.5 inches to balance that of the base. Okay, balance that of the base. Twenty and a half is here. So this time around I'm trying to manage the remaining Sego that I have here. So I won't be going with 6.5. So I'll be going with say 4.5 or 5. 4.5 or 5. Let me go with 5 inches, okay? Instead of 6.5 or 7 inches, I'm going with 5 inches. So just cut it like that. So you just try to manage the fabric. If you have enough, that is fine. If you are working with the type of Sego that's always wider than this, then you are good to go. So this one is going to join this base to complete the first step. So here now we're going to manage this one for our handle. I'm going to show you how I fix the handle for Sego later on. So this is my 16 inches. So this 16 inches is going to serve for the two handles. Then here I'm going to cut my Sego, my handle rather. I'm going to cut my handle from here. So for this handle I want to tie it. So this is going to be for the plaster, but this time around I'm not using plaster. So I'm using rope. So we are going to fix it the same way you fix plaster, only that this is not going to be plaster. You just fold it together like this, stick it all the way down, and we're going to use it to tie the base. So this one is going to be what I'm going to use to turn. I can as well use this one. I use this one too. So you use this one to turn the rope. So and that is also, I'm going to sew the base, normal straight pleats for the base. Then I'm going to also do the frame. I'll show you a little bit of how I start. It's the same way with autogele when you're using ashoke. So if you don't know how to do that, please